Hi, this is Anna Imagination with a Healing Garden. Welcome to Shifting Perspectives. Forgiveness. Finally! This is part 2 of the last video that I just did where I explained what giving is and how giving is the exchange of consensual vulnerability. And part 2, are you ready for this? Forgiveness is when a person, specifically somebody who non-consensually puts you in a position to receive by using control as a surrogate conduit. Despite that exchange, you put giving before. There it is. For is from the word before. I had it all backwards. I was thinking forgo. It's before. It's when you give before. I got to explain this. It's supposed to be give and then receive. But when someone there is only one act of forgiveness I have ever read about. Oh my God, you beautiful man. Daniel, can you please hand me my copy of Les Miserables, Victor Hugo?
You know, I was literally just thinking in my head, okay, right there.
Front, right at the bottom, the big gray book with Cosette on the front.
Why is your book all the way over here, by the way?
I don't know.
You keep pulling books up.
Top shelf.
Top shelf, okay. This one or this one?
Top shelf, all the way to the right. Les Miserables. It's literally the fattest book on that shelf. It's 1,400 pages.
Okay. I see.
All the way to the right. Bottom. There you go. That's it. Your hands are on it. Well, that's Owen Meany. There she is. I want Les Mis.
Sorry.
There is only one moment of forgiveness ever. Oh my God. Wow. Jean Valjean escapes. Oh my God. The bishop in the presence of an unfamiliar light. Oh, wow, you beautiful man. I need to just process this. Oh my God. The bishop at work. How do I even begin to explain? I gotta wrap my head around it. There is only one instance of forgiveness. It is that moment in Les Miserables when Jean Valjean steals the candlesticks and he runs and he's captured and he's brought back to the bishop. And the bishop lies and says, oh no, he did take the silver. I did give him the silver, but you forgot the candlesticks. Why didn't you? You must have been so distraught. It's okay. And he takes down the candlesticks and he gives him the candlesticks after he stole from him. It moved Jean Valjean so much that was the moment when he changed. That's the moment. And he never sold its candlesticks. When somebody does us wrong, in every single case, all abuse is perspective abuse. There is supposed to be an act of giving. You give, point of power choice, point of choice, where you can decide to receive. Potential receiver then becomes the receiver. But an abuser forces reception upon a person without consent. And in that moment, the receiver has one more choice: to forgive. It is forced gifting. When somebody takes from you, it is forced giving. The reparation is to give before. I can see it. There are no words. I can see it, but there are no words. The feelings. Let's go with the feelings. Break it down to the feelings. It feels like they take my power from me. It's choosing to become a giver after you are forced to be a receiver without consent. That is forgiveness. That's why the word is what the word is. That's been driving me crazy for so long. It is choosing vulnerability and a surrender of power. After you were forced to be a giver. After forced vulnerability. After you were forced to be given. When someone violates you, you are in a position where you are non-consensually forced to be a giver. Forgiveness is when you then choose to become a giver to the person who forced you to be a giver. You forego giving. I need to look up the word forgo. There is only one instance. To give up the enjoyment or the advantage of, to forsake. To forsake giving. Let's look up the word before. Let's try one more time. What is the etymology of forgiveness? The problem is every time I look up the etymology of forgiveness, it gives me biblical definitions. But the word existed long before the Bible did. This is where the Christians wiped the history clear and changed history, putting themselves in power. Christians are the biggest rapists in the world. When it comes to history, when it comes to control, Christians are one of the biggest rapists. Forgiveness. And then they whitewash their own history and cling their entire history of their own sins to make them look righteous. And when you read history and sociology, you find all their lies and the trail of deceit behind them. Yeah, I have a problem with Christianity. Now, forgiveness etymology. Old English for forgive. Old English, that means that it's around the 10th century, maybe the 7th century. That's not old enough. And that's the problem. Exoneration, remission, yeah, this is all Christian stuff. This is not, no. No. See, this is where, yeah, that's Rome implanting its own Christian rhetoric inside of it. So there's no truth there, which is why basically the trail starts right when Christianity takes over, which is the dead giveaway that, yeah, that's not their word. So now it comes down to, is it forgiveness, forgo, or is it the word before that uses the word forgo giveness or before? And either one of them will work, if not both of them. So what forgiveness is, and like I said, it's that priest in Les Miserables, it's the bishop. After Jean Valjean steals the silver, and the bishop had the opportunity to turn Jean Valjean in, which would have been a death sentence for him. Instead, after Jean Valjean robbed him, forced him to be a giver, He then took up the silver candlesticks and gave them to him. So even though he was in a forced vulnerable position, forced vulnerability, during forced vulnerability, he chose vulnerability. Wow. Forced vulnerability. You choose vulnerability by giving to your abuser. That is forgiveness. Forgiveness is while you are in a position of forced vulnerability, you then choose vulnerability and you give to your abuser. Yep. That is the cure. That is the cure to abuse. And psychologically, I know why. Because an abuser forces vulnerability because they feel threatened. It's like you have a dog and the dog is scared. You are in a position of power. Now the dog will bite you and then you will kneel. Or you can calm the dog by getting down on the ground and looking up at the dog. I've done this many times. Many, many times. You want to calm a frightened dog, the best thing you can do is actually get yourself so that you are lower than the dog and you are looking up at the dog. The dog will calm right down. Now, that being said, in the case of forgiveness, the dog will bite you and you will drop down to your knees. Go lower. Go lower. That is forgiveness. There it is. Oh, so much beautiful, beautiful. That is the most breathtaking thing there is. To give vulnerability to the abuser who forced you into vulnerability. Wow. To give consensually your own vulnerability during or after your own forced vulnerability. And like I said, there is only one situation I have ever read where that ever takes place. Les Miserables, Victor Hugo. When Jean Valjean is given the candlesticks. That is forgiveness. Wow. Wow. I have only seen, no. Christ did it. Christ did it. Which is why the priest did it. Well, God damn it. The priest was an actual fucking Christian. Good fucking job. Victor Hugo got it. That bishop was displaying proper Christianity. There it is. Oh, that's beautiful. Christ did do it. It was the woman who had an affair. No, Christ was not the abuser there, or Christ was not the abused in that case. Gandhi, I think, did it. Wow, this is a rare, rare thing that we have seen. Oh, there it is. Oh, this is rare. I'm going to have so much fun with this. How many different instances can you think of where an abused person then gave vulnerability to their abuser? Not many. But that is the psychological core to resolving conflict. Wow. Holy fucking shit, is that powerful? Yes. Oh, fuck yes, I can do it. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it. But yeah, I can fucking do it. Can you? Can you give vulnerability to somebody after they force vulnerability from you? Can you give someone kindness and the vulnerability they seek after they have forced vulnerability from you? Yeah, I can fucking do it. Wow. Wow. Holy fucking shit. It is truly the most powerful psychological thing I have ever seen. In all of my studies, philosophy, sociology, history, all of it. Wow. Holy fucking shit, forgiveness. Rare. Rare. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be talking a lot about this. When I had my business with Brain to Books, I had like 10 gifts and one thing I was selling. And when I still have them. Whenever I sold a book, anyone bought a book directly from me, not only would they get the book signed, but they would also get free bookmarks with it. Whenever children came to my house for trick-or-treating, I would also have hot cider, non-alcoholic. I was asked, but I would have hot cider for the mom and dads and the adults, because why the fuck should children? I miss doing that. I really miss doing my ciders. I would have mulled cider, hot cider to give to the adults. I'm gonna ask my partner if he'll do that with me. It's something I miss doing. That way, the parents got donuts and hot cider, and the kids got the candy. The second year I did it, I had people going, "It's really cold. Tell me you have the cider." And I didn't have it that year. And I did it every year thereafter. I love giving. Wow, giving is. And then Christmas really fucked it up, didn't it? So what's the point of Christmas with giving? Wow. Expectations. Wow. Could you bastardize something more beautiful and perfect than gifting? Oh, no, no. Oh, we're going to change gifting in Authenticity City. It's about human connection. Wow. All right, then. I got a lot of work to do. If you love shit like this, like, subscribe, follow, comment below. Let me know what part of the show resonates with you. I'm going to be putting together a few free gifts. Absolutely. Oh my God. I forgot. It was the gifting. How could I forget the gifting? Because I didn't want to connect. Oh, that's why. I was afraid to connect again. So I stopped gifting because I was scared. I didn't want human connection. I stopped gifting. I didn't charge a dime for Brain to Books. It was free. All of the work that I did for the 4 to 5 years that I ran it was 100% free. I tried to monetize it once and I couldn't do it. Now I understand why. Now I understand why. Money is a gift. Money is a gift. You wouldn't expect someone to give you sex. Why do we expect people to give us money? Money and sex are the same thing. It's the same energy. Wow. Wow. All right. Thank you so much. And I'm building a community. It is free. The community is free. It's a gift. Authenticity City is a gift. Don't ever say free gift, by the way. Never do that. Never do that. Don't do that. There is no such thing as a paid gift. No. Never say free gift. I have a gift. Authenticity City is my gift. Oh, I have many of them, but that's the first one. That's the big one. I'm building a community. Take a look at the link below. Browse it. See what absolutely resonates to you. I have healing. I have community. I have learning and education like this. I have play for adults because adults need to learn how to play again and use their imagination like children do. And I have my ship of state. I am at peace. I understand now. Thank you so much, and may the kindest of words always find you.